What's good, everybody? It's your man, the myth, the legend, the voice, bringing you another edition of Time Out. This is where we take a step back and assess the game of life, looking to God for strategies to bring us true success. This week's thought: passive people pleasers. In the world of sports, being passive doesn't get you far, if anywhere. From the gridiron to the hardwood to the ice rink, if you don't stand up for yourself, you'll get run over. Athletes want to win, and winners take action. The best possess a ruthless, relentless drive that pushes them to the pinnacle of victory. I try saying that 3 times fast. This is why LeBron spends $1 million a year on his health. This is why Jerry Rice trained year-round. Wayne Gretzky became the great one, not because of his size or his strength, but because of his dedication to being the best. When people are eager to please and impress, they're normally looked on with disdain. They're seen as weak or fake. Whether they're doing right or wrong, what draws people to others is their uniqueness, a willingness to go against the grain, showing the courage to be themselves. That's what garners respect, especially in leadership. When we go along to get along, we cheat ourselves and others. It forces us to live with the regret and the what-ifs of staying silent. Aaron in the Bible is a great case study of what happens when we're passive people pleasers. Aaron was the brother of Moses, the first high priest of Israel. It's his lineage that established the priesthood. All of the priests going forward came from Aaron. He served as a mediator between God and the people. He did so by offering sacrifices, by sending up prayers of intercession. However, his passivity crippled him as a leader. See, he fed off of the people versus feeding them. Jacob established when he returned to Bethel that idols made you impure. So he had to know better than to do what he did in making a golden calf, but that's what the people asked for. And in his passivity, he went along versus taking a stand for God. He tried to whitewash everything by setting up an altar for God in front of it and establishing, sacrificing a day of feasting. But it's his attitude of passivity, him not saying what God said to the people, that led Israel to gross sin and the death of some 3,000 people. Some of those people were killed by their fathers, their brothers, their sons. This had to be a traumatic scene, and it all could have been avoided if Aaron wasn't passively trying to please the people. He went along with Miriam in her racist rant versus Moses. Moses married a Midianite because that's where he was much of his adult life. If he hadn't married her, he more than likely would have married an Egyptian because he lived in Pharaoh's house. So either way it goes, he wasn't going to marry a Israelite woman for all intents and purposes. The account found in Numbers 12 lists her first, which caused me to think that she was the ringleader. That, and she was the one who struck with leprosy. Aaron, again, was called to be the priest. His lineage would establish future priests. Moses' kids were nowhere to be found. If he thought she was right, why not pray about it? Instead, passively, he went along with what she said. Have you ever wondered why God told both Moses and Aaron that they wouldn't enter the promised land? Moses is the one who did the striking. God said that they did not have the faith to sanctify him, to present him as holy in the sight of Israel. Because of this, neither of them could enter the promised land. How did this fall on Aaron? He passively let Moses strike the rock twice. I believe that second one was God giving Aaron the opportunity to say, hey, no, don't do that, Moses. The Lord said, speak to the rock, not strike it. His passivity and his people-pleasing attitude led to his demise. Now, Jesus was meek, but he wasn't passive. Meekness is having strength, but refraining from using it all. Kind of like pulling punches in wrestling or in fight choreography. He often stayed silent when at his command, angels would wipe out everyone. The same ones who defeated Lucifer and the fallen angels are still at his command. If he was pleasing the people, he wouldn't have gone to the cross. That's how Peter got in trouble. He would not have stayed up there, but he would have come down like the people asked him to. He would have put on shows for them when they asked for signs. He didn't come to entertain. He came to save us from our sins. We have things twisted. Jesus is a servant leader, but he's the one who's to be served. He's God. We were created for his glory, not so he could fulfill our desires. He does those things because he's good and he loves us. So here's the plan. Follow Christ's example by doing what's right, regardless of what others say or do. Be active in directing your life story. That's the best way to live without regrets. It's your man, The Voice, with this week's Time Out. All right, time to get back in the game of life. Until next week, ready, break.